Good evening and welcome to 27 Minutes. I'm Ryan Christopher filling in for Kurt Gooksell. Well, out and about this week, WJTS UPN reporter Toni Frick stopped by the Jasper Community Arts Center and spoke with its new executive director, Darla Blazey.
While taking in the Jasper Community Arts Center's most recent exhibit, we pulled aside the new executive director, Darla Blazey, to see how things were going and what the upcoming season would look like.
It's going great. I can't believe I've been here already a month, going on my second month already, so I am really enjoying my position here.
You've got a lot of things coming up this year. I know some boards, some of them they're the same, but there's always new. What's coming up?
Well, right now we're in the Kremp Gallery and we have the Patoka Valley's Quilters exhibit, and it's a wonderful display of a variety of quilts that the ladies that are members of the Guild have put together for the exhibit. I know they've been working really hard, and I encourage everybody to come out and take a look. It will be up through the end of August.
Okay.
The theater is getting ready for their production of The King and I, and it's going to be a spectacular event. They are actually renting the costumes this year from a professional costume company, and they're working on the sets, and it's just going to be a great musical, so bring out your family, and that's going to be running through 2 weekends through the end of July.
Are here annually. Do you have an idea of some of the things that people can look forward to?
We will be getting ready to announce our upcoming season, and we're really excited. We're kind of giving it a theme this year, experience the world in your own backyard, because we have such a diverse mix of performers that are coming in. To headline is Ricky Skaggs. He'll be here in October, and then the Evansville Dance Theater will be in to do a performance of The Nutcracker. And we have John Aston, who was Gomez on the Addams Family, coming in February for a production of Edgar Allan Poe, Once Upon a Midnight. And we have The Vanities, which is an off-Broadway comedy, and that should be a fun event. And then we also have the Trinity Irish Dance Company, and that's the performing series. And then we also have a great backstage series lined up as well.
Okay. The Jasper Community Arts Center also has available applications for an art grant for area nonprofit organizations.
We are a regional partner for the Indiana Arts Commission, so we represent Region 11, and we help facilitate the grant-making process here in the region, which includes Dubois County, Martin County, Davis County, Orange County, Perry County, and Crawford County. So any organization in that region is eligible for grants through the IAC, and we actually help administer those grants. And we have a mini grant program which will be offered, and the deadline is going to be October 1st, for organizations that are non-for-profit that would like to do an arts-related project. And it's a $500 matching grant, so $500 is available if they have $500 to match for a project. It's going to be something new that we haven't offered as the region, but we want to make sure that we can give as much money as possible to organizations out there that need money.
Art, painting, quilts, what's it involved?
It's really for an organization that's doing an art-related project, and if they want more information, they can contact me here at the JCAC, and we have applications available that give the guidelines and requirements.
Toni Frick also reported on quilt history and shares her findings as we take a closer look at the quilts on display at the Jasper Community Arts Center.
Quilts are considered a folk art, and they are part of our American heritage. Applique, quilting, and piecing can be traced back to the time of the pharaohs. The history of quilting is closely tied to the development of other needle arts and home crafts. Quilting in Europe had been used to pad armor or for warmth in clothing, so it's not surprising to find a quilted vest and a quilted purse on display at the Jasper Community Arts exhibit. The quilts themselves reflected many different quilting and embroidery styles and stitching patterns, some new and some old, and some treasures from the past. You might say part of America's heritage was on display. For the Patoka Valley Quilters Guild and many quilters, color, fabric, design, and stitching patterns become a means of expression. Often the pieced, appliqued, or embroidery work tells a story made popular throughout the ages, or popular with the fabric stores, or stories only known to the quilt's creator and those close to them. From a cozy fireside piece to a comforter made of T-shirts, a John Deere quilt of piece cotton, to a watercolor quilt titled Cross and Flame. And some quilt stories will always remain a mystery. In fact, the mystery quilt display illustrates the great variety that even the same instructions can produce in quilts. It was a project that came off the web. 30 of the Patoka Valley Quilt Guild members participated, using the same quilt pattern written in steps and revealed one part at a time to hide the final appearance of the finished quilt. The result? A panorama of color, fabric, and stitches that revealed the uniqueness inherent in the art of quilting, where scraps of fabric are pieced together to create such a wide variety of works of art. For 27 minutes, this is Toni Frick.
We will return to 27 minutes after this commercial break. Tuesday night marked the dress rehearsal of the current Community Actors production. Toni Frick was there and has this report.
Production this year is The King and I. It's a Rodgers and Hammerstein production, and it's one of the best productions we've ever put on. The costumes, the scenes, the music is just wonderful. We're really having a great time out here.
Acting is feeling? How do you feel about The King?
The King is a very conceited man. He thinks because he is king, that he rules the world, and because of that, everything's got to be done in his way, and if it's not, he gets very frustrated over it. And so it's real interesting what happens during the show, but I'm not going to give it away. So
This year's production includes a cast of approximately 60 community actors.
I'm sorry, sir. My ladies have not given good impression.
Quite contrary, Your Majesty. I don't believe I've ever received so good an impression in so short a time.
What brings you out and them out to do this every year? They don't get paid.
No, it's all volunteer. I'd say probably there's something inside each of us. There's a creative element inside each of us, and we get to utilize this creative element by being a part of this. I've heard it said many times by people in theater that once you get bitten by the theater bug, you can never get rid of it, and I think that's certainly true.
Now, you have a character, the particular character. Will you tell me a little bit about him?
Well, my character is the Kralahome. He's also referred to as the Prime Minister. He's the King's right-hand man.
The musical features some familiar characters and some familiar songs. Favorite song?
That would be a puzzlement.
What is it?
A puzzlement. The reprise of a puzzlement. Favorite song, Shall We Dance?
Your favorite song was? What would it be from the production?
I don't know.
Is that it?
Getting to know you. That's what I say. Give me a part.
Guess what you
Yeah, you know.
I would say Western People Funny.
Favorite song?
Western People Funny, that's our song. I mean, it has to be the best, right?
Okay, younger. What's your favorite song? Of the show.
I like them all. I don't have any favorites.
Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I was wrong. All of my memories are happy tonight. I had a love of my own. I had a love of my own.
And your character?
Yes, I am Prince Chafa Chululangkord.
And how many years have you been doing this?
For 3 years, I started in Oliver because I had nothing to do. So I just tried it for fun and I got in. And ever since Oliver, I've been trying out.
So you would say you have the theater bug?
Yes.
That are involved in this are not just the actors.
Well, we have people that work on the set. We have people that help with the costumes, people that help with ticket sales. There are businesses who let us use certain props, such as this statue of Buddha here. There are businesses who donate money for publicity. So in that respect, it certainly is a community effort.
Why do you volunteer your time to do this? Well, my son has been in the last 3 performances, and I just enjoy helping with the kids and with the costumes and the back sets and painting. We've been painting for the last 2.5 weeks, getting the sets ready and everything. So.
And it's a community type of thing. Why do you make that? Why do you think that makes it so special?
The different talents in our area. We have a lot of talent other than just sports, because the Dubois County has a lot of sports and everything, and this kind of brings out the other talents of the children in the area.
But with scientific dogs who sniff and smell and therefore discover all who run from kings.
Toni Frick for 27 minutes.
It is now time for today's homeowner tip of the week, brought to you by Kremp Lumber Company.
Any home improvement project is made a lot easier with the right tools, and painting is no exception. You need to start out with a good quality brush. Now, it'll be a little more expensive, but it'll make the job a lot easier, and you can make this brush last a long time by maintaining it properly. After you've finished every paint job, clean it well and use a wire brush to really straighten out and clean the bristles. Also, always save the original case on it and return the brush each time to the original case. This will allow you to really keep the shape of the brush real well. And also, once you've got it all together like this, just hang it on a nail in your shop. That'll keep it in good shape. Also, you will rarely see a professional painter without this versatile tool. It allows him to cut open the paint cases on this side, open the paint cans here, do a little scraping, and when he's cleaning up that roller, he's able to really wipe it clean. This will make your job a lot easier when you're painting around your house.
Back with more 27 minutes after these messages. While out researching quilts, WJTS UPN 27 reporter Toni Frick also found time to talk to a few RSVP volunteer quilters about quilting in Dubois County.
Mattress pad in it and put double knit on the top and tacked it. And oh, she loved that thing. So
In Dubois County, comforters and quilts were made for warmth, and many became family treasures.
So then the boys got the idea they go to high school, they go to college too. So I ended up making 4.
2 or 3 pieces of material sewn together were warmer and stronger than one piece. Quilted together are the tops, inner linings, and backings, all of which is finished with binding up the edges.
I bind a lot of quilts, about 19 of them for Holy Family.
We use a quilt for church picnics in the wintertime at home, at people's houses. The men would play cards, the women would quilt.
These quilts are often the treasures won at a local community or church festival. The quilters are fewer in number, but one can still find them. For some, like RSV volunteer Irene Mariner, quilting is a hobby.
Since 52. I got myself started because my mother died when she was kind of young, and she died in 52, and I just started quilting, and I've been quilting quite a bit.
So quilting is a hobby, but it's also something you enjoy.
Work.
I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, it is.
Rosie Leakin also does quilting as a hobby between her other Green Thumb employee duties.
I get people for blood drives, and I do this in my spare time and help get people for the Strassenfest.
So if you use a needle and someone else.
The quilts made by RSVP members could become a family treasure. After all, as RSVP's Brian Gregory tells us, some will soon make their way to someone's home by way of the Strassenfest.
Sorry, but let's see, your name is...
Brian Gregory. I live here in Jasper.
Yeah.
I've been here for...
You see, RSVP provides opportunities for those 55 and over to volunteer to help out with blood drives at senior centers, nursing homes, and other government and nonprofit community programs where volunteers are needed.
They want to do for Strassenfest design.
RSVP stands for the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. It's an acronym like many others. And it is funded here by and across the nation by the Corporation for National Service.
While RSVP makes the matches happen, funding for those matches is only partially paid for by the government.
It can be used anywhere.
That's a plain one.
Yes, it can be used anywhere.
We have several annual fundraisers. We do fundraising in lots of ways, but our big event for the year, or one of our big events for the year, is a booth at the Jasper Strassenfest, where we have a duck pond for everybody to win a prize when they purchase a chance on a duck floating in a pond. And a plastic duck. We're not going to have live ducks on the square in Jasper.
Quilting is from laying out over the chair.
We also have a quilt raffle at that booth where chances are purchased for quilts, both a full-sized standard bed quilt as well as a baby quilt. We have 2 different ones. And we use that as a fundraiser. The funding for RSVP is a federal government grant, but we are required to match that by a large percentage, and so we have to come up with all sorts of ways to raise money in the communities we serve.
Let's put it so the baskets are right side up. We need to turn it. Yeah, bring it around.
Quilting, of course, is, as you all know, one of the great traditional American arts. And we have a cadre of ladies who come into our office here, and we have a quilt room in the back, and they work every week on quilts and have produced marvelous works of art. Their efforts in that area are certainly to benefit the RSVP program as a fundraising activity, but it's also a wonderful opportunity for folks to socialize.
I said, oh, I know her a long time. She was with RSVP.
In the 1930s, women made scrapbooks of patterns which were published in the local newspapers and magazines.
Pink orchid in it.
Newspapers also sponsored quilting bee contests. Today's quilt contest benefits the community for which the many volunteer quilters stitch. as well as the lucky winner of the quilt.
I know that in every community I know, and every community I've ever worked in, people doing things simply because they want to make a difference in the lives of others or in their community is one of the great things that makes our communities what they are. So the value of volunteers, whether they be RSVP volunteers or anyone else, is what gives character to our communities.
Is that water lily?
Yeah, I guess it is, according to the sound. I like this better. Okay.
For 27 minutes, this is Toni Frick.
More 27 minutes after this commercial break. Yeah. If art and theater are not for you, then you might want to take in the Dubois County 4-H Fair. Reporter Toni Frick gives a sneak preview of some of the entertainment.
In better condition right now. I got a little extra weight on the top of the third place heifer. Really admire the power of balance, and sometimes in the third place heifer walks.
4-H is a driving force in Indiana, and this year's Dubois County 4-H Fair is just for you.
Yep, you may have it.
From good food, rides, exhibits of local talent, to special programs, there are lots of fun things to do. Dubois County 4-H Fair 2000 also includes entertainment, and this year it's a magical tour of some of the best songs ever written and performed by the Beatles. Yes, the Beatles. A live performance introducing John, Paul, George, Ringo, forever. Forever, a tribute to the Beatles, features accomplished musicians and songwriters who duplicate the looks, posture, mannerisms, and costumes of the original artist as closely as possible. The band was formed in 1996 by Bill Durbin, who portrays Paul McCartney. His son Brent plays, sings, and acts like his favorite Beatle, John Lennon. So if you're out and about next week, stop by the Dubois County 4-H Fair. And on Friday, July 28th at 6:30 and 8:30 p.m., take in Forever, a tribute to the Beatles performance. After all, 4-H is for you this year.
Hold one up and show them. This is what they look like.
For 27 minutes, this is Toni Frick.
This has been this week's 27 Minutes. For the entire 27 Minutes news crew, I'm Ryan Christopher.